everyone, it's Justin again. In this unit, we're going to continue learning about linear equations. You know, the equations with x and y in them that form a straight line. There are 3 different forms of linear equations to learn about in this course, and we've already learned about slope-intercept form in the previous unit. In this unit, we'll learn all about point-slope form. Let's get into it. Remember in the previous unit how writing an equation in slope-intercept form required us to have the slope and y-intercept? And if we didn't have the y-intercept, we had to find it ourselves. Well, I have some good news for you. There's actually a way to write a linear equation with the slope and any point. It doesn't have to be the y-intercept. Allow me to introduce you to point-slope form. Point-slope form looks like this. With this form, we don't specifically need the y-intercept. Any point on the line will work. The requirements to make an equation in point-slope form are exactly what its name says. We need a point and the slope. The slope gets substituted in here for m, and the point gets substituted in like this. x1 represents the x value of the point, which goes here, and y1 represents the y value of the point that goes here. While x1 and y1 come from an individual point, x and y are kept as variables to represent all of the other possible combinations that make up the line. Honestly, the trickiest part here is making sure you don't substitute x1 and y1 into the wrong places. Let's try one problem using this just to make sure we're understanding everything. This example says, create an equation to represent a line with a slope of 5 that contains the point 4, -3. So we know the slope, but is this point the y-intercept or just any other point on the line? This point is not the y-intercept. It's just another point. So rather than using slope-intercept form to create the equation, let's use point-slope form. The slope can be substituted in here. The x value of the point goes in here. And the y value of the point goes here. Ooh, minus and negative ended up right next to each other. This minus was from the original form of the equation, and this negative is from the y value of the point itself. Well, that's okay. Let's just apply our good math grammar here and change this minus and negative into a plus. Since we have x and y in our final equation, this equation is describing the relationship between the x and y coordinates of every point on this line. And there we go, that's point-slope form. In this unit, we'll write equations in this form, graph lines from this form, and relate this form to slope-intercept form. There are a few additional practice problems in your PDF, so be sure to complete those to get yourself ready for the practice game. I'll see you next time.